Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to upgrade your SCCM environment to 1803. So as you can see here, I'm at the Updates and Servicing under Administration. Go to Updates and Servicing and you'll see Config Manager 1802. And right now it's clicking on downloading. You check for updates and you'll show up here and it'll start downloading. Now if it gets stuck in the downloading state, normally what I do is I just restart the SMS Executive on the primary site server and it should refresh everything. So I'm going to let this download and I'll be right back. Okay, now that once it's finished downloading, you'll see that it's ready to install. So what I like to do is first go ahead and run the prerequisite check. I like to do it, you don't have to, but I like to do it. It's better to do that, even if in a production environment, it's recommended to do that to make sure you've met all the requirements before you install the actual 1802 patch. So again, this will take a few minutes, probably like 15-20 minutes to run that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, it's been a few minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and click on refresh, and you can see right here, prerequisite check has passed. So when you go check status, show status, this is everything that it does, installation. Now it's going to do it, so it's checked all these things. So now that we have the prerequisite check passed, now we're going to do the install. And we just click on install update pack. Now this will take quite a bit of time. Now you can select whatever components you want. You can always turn these on later, but for now, each one that you select, it'll take longer to install. So I'm just going to click on them later. So I'm just going to go next, validate, next, accept the license terms, next. This part takes a few minutes, and now it's going to start installing here. Do a couple more. There it goes. So while this is installing, I'm going to pause this video and I shall return. Alright, this should be done by now. And there it is. Once you hit refresh, it closes out the console and it'll start the console upgrade. That's okay. If you see that, just click close. Go back into the console. Okay. Now this should close the console and then it'll try to reinstall. And there we go. It goes to download files. This usually takes a few minutes. Now it's upgrading the console. It should start the install in a few minutes here. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. There it goes. Now it's just updating the console. It did take a few minutes to load. And there it goes. And this does take a few minutes. I'm going to pause this. Who wants to just stare at that, right? I'll be right back. Okay, so once it finishes, it'll relaunch the console. As you can see, if you go to About, Config Manager. And there you go, 1802. Next thing you'll have to do is upgrade your agents in your image and also push out the new agents. So if you go to now Administration. Now again, this is a VM, so it's not going to be super fast. Go to Sites, go to Hierarchy Settings, You go to client upgrade, you go ahead and enable this. I changed it to 2 days, so I mean you can do a week if you have a lot of devices. I'm going to go ahead and you can, if you don't want to upgrade servers and do those manually, create a collection, deploy the agents out that way. But I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all my servers in my environment. Now, and then, you know, if you wanted to test it, you can do a pre-installation client version and do that if you want to test it out. But I'm not going to do that here. And that's basically it. And then also, last thing you want to check. Let's take a moment. Go to client installation settings. Network installation. And there's I don't need to put in, you know, anything else. That's just standard. If you need to add the MP, you don't need to because the service account takes care of that. The schema takes care of that, so the machines will be able to check in. You also want to create a network service account, so I'm going to do a new account. I haven't created one yet. I'm going to call it. Alright, so I'm going to use the administrator. Now you probably have your own service account for this. It's just a lab environment, so I'm just using the administrator. I already know the password. Oop. And I don't need to verify. Click on OK. I may have to bump up some memory on this VM. It's running a tad slow. And that's basically it. Now I do have never install configuration on domain controller, which is fine. So on the domain controllers, you can do those manually. And that's it. And you've successfully upgraded to 1802. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.